Hello there, YouTube friends. This is Fossilsaurus. I'm coming at you with what is my absolute prized possession, prized fossil. Now, I believe it is because I've never opened the box because it's too delicate. Well, I opened the box and then I saw the packaging and I was sure what it was. And I know who I got it from, that we're friends, so I trusted him, trust him. And so I just haven't, I've never actually even looked at it. Here's the box. I will take the parts out. There are 3 parts of it. It is a single fossil, but unfortunately so delicate that he made the executive decision of snapping it in 2 places on purpose, delicately, with a clean snap. And that way it wouldn't just shatter in transit. If he didn't do that, if it broke in transit, it could have, like the edges of the brake, wherever the brake is, could have been just like, such a mess. So he did what he needed to do, and I mean it sucks, but I understand it. He even sent me along some resin and resin setter and a little stand for it and everything like that. But since everything is not ready yet, I have not had need. Oh wow, I didn't realize just how much this was going to be wrapped up and how much this was going to take to put it back together. Okay, so that's one piece, which I thought was going to be the main piece, but it's not. Okay. Another piece. Okay, this one's heavier. So this is the this is the main piece right here. Some of you might have some idea of what it is. This is not just is it a vertebrae, but it is a beautiful vertebrae. Look at that. It is intact. No breaks, no missing pieces. Just absolute entirety. But it keeps going. And from there, it would attach to that. And from there, it would attach to that. So you can see it is quite the sail, as I will call it. I'm gonna try and put this in a place where you can see the whole thing at once. I mean, it's not possible. Let me see if I can get this further up. Okay, let's see. Now, unfortunately, some fossils get disformed during fossilization, which is why this has these bends in it. This, my friends, is a beautiful, intact, 100% intact Dimetrodon spine. It's got the long, I mean, and you can see why he made the choice that he did to not ship it like this, and how delicate this is. So he decided to just break it into places and then wrap them each safely and separately. you can understand that. And when he told me, I was like, oh, that sucks. I hate that it has to get broken. But I mean, I see, I understood. So here's the vertebrae itself. And of course, anybody knows anything about Dimetrodons, or if right now you're looking at the pictures, you know that they have the giant sails on them. Exactly the same thing as Spinosaurs. Now, Dimetrodon come from a group called the Pelycosaurs or Pelycosaurs, which did not, many of them had sails. It was a largely sailed group, but they did not all have sails, which is kind of weird. One cool thing though is that Pelycosaurs, a Pelycosaur, probably not Dimetrodon itself, but a close relative. Pelycosaurs in general evolved into therapsids, or some of them did, and therapsids became mammals. So we are directly related to something like Dimetrodon, to a type of, to a Dimetrodon family member, to a close relative. They are non-mammalian synapsids, which are called stem mammals. Of course, they're from the Permian. They weren't from the whole Permian. They didn't make it to the end. They were from about 295 to 272 million years ago. I don't know if that is the Pelycosaur family at large. I believe it's just Dimetrodon, or the Dimetrodon species, of which there are quite a few. But there's also other things like a Dilophosaurus, which are they're Pelycosaurs. They're vegetarian animals that look very similar to Dimetrodon, except in the skull. They're vegetarians, you can tell very easily. Dimetrodons are carnivores, you can tell very easily. The name Dimetrodon means 2 measures of teeth, which is of course talking about the different kinds of teeth that they have, and they are all for shredding meat and bone, crushing bone. Very, very dangerous animal. A lot of them were decent size. Some of them got, like, I think only maybe a yard or something, or a meter, whatever, a few feet. Some dog sized, probably like dogs, the variety of size that you get with dogs, except they did get bigger. And some of them, the largest one got up to about 15 feet. That's about 6 meters, I believe. Just absolutely, unbelievably unique and amazing animals. Nothing else like them in history. There's things that had aspects of them that came convergently, like Spinosaurus, and a couple other animals had spines. Actually, in that period of time, there were quite a few spined animals, including a spined amphibian. And so it makes you wonder what the deal with the spine was, and if it had to do with something of that time. Because that was, you could argue that that was the time of the spines. It's very, very unique. When we had other spined animals, Spinosaurus, there weren't, it wasn't like there was huge groups of spined animals around. There were other Spinosaurs that had, to an extent you might call a type of spine or an amount of spine, but they were not spined animals, and there were not other spined animals around. So it's a mystery which definitely has a legitimate answer as to why there were so many sailed animals around the same time. I'm very interested in that. I would love to know that. It could be some stupid reason, but I still would like to know it. Everybody argues it could be for thermoregulation. I think the major consensus now is sexual display, but sexual display is something that has never changed throughout the history of animals. So why then, tell me, was there a period of sailed animals if sails were nothing more than sexual display forms? And never before or after was there a period of sailed animals again. I believe that means that there was something to do with the environment. The sails had something to do with the environment. And it didn't mean that they could only be from around then, but it was just something that made the sails a great benefit to have, which is why so many different kinds of animals had them. And then later on you get the Spinosaurus and a single animal with a sail. There's only one around. You could easily argue that it's sexual display. And there's some animals now with sort of sails, not really. Kind of like the way some of the other Spinosaurids were. Like, they kind of had sails, but not really. But I don't know if that would be sexual display. I just don't know. I mean, obviously the experts don't know. I'm far less than an expert, so I'm not going to be able to give you the answers. I can just open up some of the questions for you guys. But these were just absolutely amazing animals. Everybody loves them. All dinosaur lovers love them, even if they don't realize that they're not dinosaurs, and they are so different from dinosaurs, and they're related more to us, closer to us, than they are to dinosaurs, which I think most people should think is very cool. I think that's awesome. I'm proud to be related to a Dimetrodon. But so yeah, they didn't make it. They didn't even make it to the Great Dying. So some things changed. Whatever it was that affected the sails, that made sails so necessary or made sails so desirable, may have changed and made it the opposite, to where sails were undesirable and made it harder to live. Who knows? Who knows? I sure don't. So, but thank you for watching my video, and thank you for checking out my most amazing piece. I would love to show it as a whole, but I'm not gonna seal it back together until its display is completely ready. But this, among the pterosaur Dimetrodon wing, are my two favorite pieces that I have, along with, I mean, there's others that, I mean, I love so many of my pieces so much, like my Basilosaurus jaws, I absolutely adore. But this is the cream of the crop to me for my my collection so far. I hope to get more. This was far beyond what I could afford at the time, but like I said, it was from a friend, so they let me pay. First of all, he gave me an amazing price, but still let me pay in installments over a period of time, which I can't say that enough for all you budding collectors. If there's pieces that are just so amazing and you have to have them, and they're just above your pay, it doesn't hurt to ask. Just ask somebody if they might be willing to do installments. if they might just be willing to hold it for you for however many months, like hopefully not too many months, but like if you're like, I can pay for this in 3 months, if you could just hold it for me, or maybe they would be more willing to if you'd be willing to throw some money down. You can feel safe on PayPal, because PayPal, you can get refunds if, I mean, you know, but sometimes you got to trust the people. With a lot of people, I paid money orders, which is like a thing of the past, but but that's how I did it. So you can't get money orders back. So I was just very trusting. And thankfully, I not once got screwed over. Nobody, not a single person took my money and ran. I thought one time they did, but they just disappeared for a while, just for a couple months, and I got in touch with them again. So I was lucky, but it never hurts to ask. If there's something you love and you have to have, do whatever you can to get it. Okay? Ask. And if there's people who sell lots of things, talk to them a lot. Become friends with them. Most people who sell lots of things have lots of things that they have for sale that they're not showing online, or they can get things. You gotta make connections, and that's what's really gonna help you a lot. Yeah, just do what you gotta do. Thank you for watching my video. Very much appreciate it. If you like it, leave a like. If you like it, please go back and watch my other videos. Some of them have like literally like 2 views, so it's kind of embarrassing. And then other ones have like 300 views or so. So I don't get it. So, but thank you so much, everybody. I wanted to wait till the end with this fossil, keep the best for last. And this does unfortunately mean that I am running low on good stuff right now. So my videos may be less impressive or fewer and farther between. Or I know there's still some boxes that I haven't refound yet. So, but I will keep making videos. I just can't tell you when. I can't give you any kind of time frame on that. So, unfortunately. But please enjoy the ones that I already have out. Thank you so much. Take care, everybody.